Hey everyone, welcome to What's Up Watchtower. This is Robin here, and I just wanted to make a quick video. I'm up north visiting my very dear aunt who is not a Jehovah's Witness, and she won't be shunning me anytime soon, thankfully. But just catching up and having a nice time, being loved. So I had a thought though today, because this is 4th of July weekend, and I was remembering when the movie Independence Day came out, and I can't even believe it's been 20 years ago. It came out 20 years ago, and we saw it, I think we saw it on 4th of July actually. So I was just remembering that movie and how the special effects were really great. I had really never seen a movie like that before, and I think it was kind of jarring to witnesses, and I'm gonna talk about why. What kind of made me think of this is that I was watching another YouTuber today. Living Now is the channel, and I was watching one of her videos where actually she was referencing one of my videos, the one that I made in a park, and I was talking about how some of the sickest people I knew were Jehovah's Witnesses, and that I knew more people with fibromyalgia than I've ever known outside of the organization. So she referenced that, so thank you for watching our video. But it made me think about something, because she was talking about how cognitive dissonance basically, but how witnesses are holding, you have to realize, I'm sorry if this sounds very disjointed, I'm just trying to get my thoughts together about this. You have to realize as a Jehovah's Witness, if you buy into the whole belief that Jehovah is going to destroy billions of people at Armageddon, you have to realize what that's going to be like. And most witnesses choose not to think about that, what that really means for billions of people to be destroyed in one catastrophe, essentially. I mean, they believe it would be, Jehovah doing it. But I'm just going to turn this here. But to think about what that would actually be like. And again, I think most witnesses choose not to think about what the annihilation of billions of people would be like, and the aftermath and the cleanup and the emotional distress that you would have to feel at that happening, as that really happening. And of course we don't believe that that's actually going to happen, but anyways, so I was thinking about that movie Independence Day, and they had some really great special effects for the time, but it was the first time I'd ever seen a movie where it showed almost the destruction of the human race. That it was showing they were blowing up the White House, they were blowing up New York City, and all the major cities around the world being destroyed, and all these people being wiped out. And I remember having a very visceral reaction, and I wasn't the only one, because I talked to other witnesses about this, that it made us have a very strange feeling watching that, of this is what Armageddon's going to be like. It was a visual representation of what we had been taught our whole lives. And I don't know if maybe some of you can comment on this, if you ever had that experience, but I remembered feeling very disturbed by those images of like the White House exploding, and I don't know if it was the Twin Towers in New York City, or if it was, I can't remember. It's been a really long time since I saw that movie, but I remember that the laser beam coming out of the sky, and just the buildings being blowing up. And it was really scary because I remember talking with other witnesses of like, wow, that kind of reminded me of what Armageddon will probably be like. And so anyways, now that it's 20-year anniversary and they've just released a second one, which I haven't seen yet, but just reminded me of that. And you know that most of the people are going to be destroyed in the world when you're a witness, and this is what you believe. And I just couldn't help but think about, like, my coworkers and people I had gone to high school with that were good people, and that people I went to college with, and non-witness friends. And I had very few, I will say, I had very few non-witness friends, but but these people that I worked with, I really thought highly of, and just thinking that these people are going to be destroyed, and how disturbing that felt to me, to think about the reality of that. And these people were good people. They loved their families just like I loved my family. They loved their friends. They did good works in the community. They volunteered for different organizations and to help other people. And they definitely had a sense of spirituality. I knew many of them were either outright religious, where they faithfully attended a church, and were heavily involved in their church and outreach programs, or they were just spiritual people, so I have always had a hard time with thinking that these people would be among those that were going to be destroyed. And in many ways, just to be honest, they were better people than most of the witnesses that I knew. And that's just the truth of the matter, that they were more compassionate. They cared about other human they had fellow feeling. And so I had a hard time with imagining these people that I knew being destroyed. And as a Jehovah's Witness, you can't really allow yourself to think too deeply about Armageddon, because if you did, you would feel disturbed all the time. You really have to compartmentalize that part of your beliefs, even though your hope is for the new system. So what they focus on is the good parts that's going to come out, what they think is going to be the good parts. But of course, I don't know about you guys, but if you've seen the convention video about what they're portraying the new system to look like, oh, that's a whole nother story. That's not a place I really would want to be. Especially with the fashion sense that they have going on with those tunics that they're wearing. So, I'm sure Mike and I are going to make another video about that, because we haven't even covered all of the convention videos yet. But anyways, so as a witness, what you try to focus on is how Jehovah's going to do away with anything that would make you unhappy. But you don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about Armageddon and the aftermath of Armageddon. So, whenever we saw that movie, and, there have been subsequent movies after that. The 90s were just full of these sort of Armageddon type movie. Well, there was a movie called Armageddon, right? There's the destruction of all humankind kind of movies. There was a lot of movies that were made about that kind of idea. But Independence Day was the first one that I remember seeing, like I said, very graphic in its destruction of cities and millions of people depicting being destroyed. So anyways, just wanted to make this brief video. I had that thought and just wondered what you guys thought about that, if you were affected by movies like that. And you know, I'm so glad now that I don't have to worry about all the billions of people being destroyed, because I don't believe that's gonna happen anymore. But just wanted to see what you guys' thoughts were about that too. And anyways, I'm enjoying my time up here and looking forward to getting home, and me and Mike have lots of videos to be making and lots of stuff to be sharing, lots of stuff in the future in the works for you guys. So it's all really exciting stuff. So thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye.